It was 3 a.m. on a rainy night. I thought to myself how miserable my life has become. Everything is gone. This is how Fortnite ruined my life. I just got a new job. This is where I met Elizabeth. Now Elizabeth was the most beautiful girl you could ever think of. I wasn't really addicted to video games at the time. I just played maybe one game of Call of Duty per day. I met a man named Dylan. We shared a lot of common interests and we became friends. Sometime in February of 2017, I got a phone call from him telling me to come over and play Call of Duty 4, which is a classic and I love it. We played together on split screen and he won. Well, I guess it was because all his practice he got from playing the game 24/7. A few days later, I invited Elizabeth out on a date and we went to a fancy restaurant, and that is when we first kissed. Many dates over time, I invited her to the park for a date this time, and we stood under the beautiful trees, and I said to her, "Will you marry me?" And she said, "Of course I will." A few months later, Elizabeth, I found out, got pregnant. I wasn't expecting to be a dad, but I kept thinking to myself that everything happens for a reason. Next year of March, my friend Dylan invited me over saying there is a new game that he had just heard of. I drove to his house and something just wasn't right about him. I don't know exactly what it was, but something seemed off. I still decided to knock on his door anyways because I didn't think much to it of it at the time. I knocked on the door and Dylan greeted me happily. Something seemed a little off with how he was acting though, but I decided just to roll with it. He told me just to sit down in his living room, which is where his PS4 is. He turned it on and went into this game called Fortnite. All his friends were playing with him, and when they died, he yelled with rage in his voice, and then he started hitting the controller with his fist. He then gave me the controller and told me to try it out. I played the game, and I died as soon as I landed, and I told him the game wasn't my style, so I went home to my wife and child. I tried to sleep, but all I could picture is the name Fortnite in my head. I had to play this game. I couldn't break free from it. I downloaded the game on my PS4, and I got 4 kills for the first time, and I stayed up all night playing it. When it was morning time, I was so tired that I didn't feel anything, and my wife and I got into an argument because I wasn't doing anything but sitting there playing Fortnite. I loved the game so much that I started eating and drinking while playing Fortnite. The next day, I got a call from my work telling me that I was fired, but I didn't care because I had my Fortnite. 1 month after playing Fortnite, I decided to buy all the tiers for the battle pass, which totaled up to $125. I started buying all the skins as well. It all went on until Elizabeth left me with my son, and I was living alone. I soon found out that Dylan died from not sleeping due to playing too much Fortnite. A few days later, I got a call from the government telling me that I couldn't pay off the house because I didn't have enough money. I moved into a motel, and I thought to myself, why has my life become so bad? And then it hit me that it was Fortnite's fault that I lost everything, and now I am on welfare all because of Fortnite, and I decided to smash my PS4, but this was a bad option because I had no friends, because I have no life. I lost my wife, I lost my best friend, my kid is gone, my house is gone, but all I want is Fortnite.